What up, muggles? It's the Wizard here, and I'm back to teach you another lesson. Now, I'm gonna go over a brief summary of what's gonna happen today. Maybe tomorrow, don't know. Let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and post 3 videos today. Hold on, let me turn up my brightness. I'm gonna try and post 3 videos today, which is gonna be what if Deku had a music quirk, which I'm gonna try and end in this part or the next part because, yeah, it's a good series, but like, there's other series that I could focus on, cause, yeah, it's good, but like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. Then I'm gonna post what if Deku was, or what if female Deku was an SAO, which I don't remember your name who commented, but don't worry, I am doing it. I'm gonna try and do a third post, and that's gonna be the teleportation Deku. But let's just see how it plays out. So expect 2 videos, maybe 3. Hold out hope. Okay. So where I last left off was Izuku walking into the entrance exam, which Jiro and Deku are dating, and Jiro hasn't figured out, has slowly sort of connected the dots that Izuku is a singer that's known as the cat ears. I don't even know. And his quirk is music cat or sound cat, whatever you want to say. But yeah, okay. So he walks in. He walks in with Jiro holding hands, and they go to the testing ground. Izuku passes, gets like 1 or 2 spots higher than the original canon. Jiro gets higher too, but like 1 spot, or it's right behind Deku. If she was lower in the scales, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we go to the robot exam, physical exam, whatever it's called. And yeah, so then, what would it be? Yeah, he goes, he destroys a couple robots, he saves a lot of people. Like, once the gates open, he runs through, because he travels at the speed of sound. Because, well, sound, you know. As soon as the gates open, and then everybody's like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. And then President's like, are you guys dumb? You don't get a starting, you don't, the fight starts whenever you have a chance. You don't, there's no timers. And they're like, oh, shoot! Gotta move. And yeah. So he gets like 100 villain points, maybe 50. Depends on which one you want. Don't really care. Like, but he will be number 1, coming in, so, yeah. Jiro and Deku are in the same testing ground, and so, yeah. So, Deku goes and saves people after he gets like 50 villain points. Like, he saves 10, gets like a total of 100 villain points, because 10 equals 100. So yeah, 10 points equal, and just do the math. He gets 50, and then he saves another 10 after he's got another 50, so he gets 100 or 300. Then the 0 point happens, which Nezu is super hesitant to do this in Deku's arena, which is Field A, because he knows that it's just gonna be destroyed. So yeah, and then yeah, that's pretty shit. Then when the Jiro's about to be stepped on by the robot, and she screams out for Izuku. Izuku catches it and pushes his speed farther than what it should be pushed. He travels twice the speed of sound, but not, and however fast that is, he's going that fast. So, I think it might be the speed of light, or it might not. I don't really know. So, yeah. Comment that down below if you know that, because I need to know. And yeah, so he gets there. He does a sound blast to knock off Jiro, or the rock that was holding Jiro, and then instantly, as soon as the robot was about to step on them, he does I don't even know how to explain it. So you know the stun guns in Star Wars and how, or like when the laser guns are set to stun and there's a circle around that pops out. So imagine that, but it's invisible, but there's like a layer. So it's like gentle. Actually, it's like Gentle's quirk, uh, but so different because it's out of sound, and it's I don't even it would it be as durable as Gentle's sandwich or whatever his quirk, but it would be still uh durable enough to where he can push it up and make the zero pointer fall backwards, and on the way hitting coming down, he the zero pointer would hit a robot and or hit a building, and the his head would be ripped off of it. And yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. Skip he gets the letter. Nobody's really surprised that he gets in. He gets first place, but Jiro gets her same place. But they open their letters together, and yeah. Now for his last gig, which is the day before the first day of school, he goes out. He says he does a few songs. Not gonna say. You just make up your imagination. I don't have songs chosen right now. But yeah, um, yeah, that's what he does, and then at the end, he's like, "Hey, my fans of me, I'm gonna go on a break for like a year or so. I got into a hero course somewhere. Not gonna disclose that information to you, but yeah. So see you during summer break, or whenever I have break. Which yeah, and then everybody's goes crazy, but like is not surprised because like yeah, they know that he wants to be a hero, but it's like he has such a cool quirk that like no that they know he's gonna get in. So yeah. Then first of you, Jiro at this point has connected the dots, but is not gonna confront him until the weekend. So yeah. So like what? This is Monday? Yeah, that was Sunday. This is Monday timeline. Okay, so first day, they do the quirk examination. Izuku goes, changes he stops Mineta. Yeah, stops Mineta by trapping him in a sound wave trap. I don't know, something like it's like a box, but like it's like it's a box made out of sound where he can't move unless Izuku gives him the right way or like lets him go. So yeah, and yeah, I don't know how if I said how thick Jiro was, but she Hinata thick. So yeah. Don't know if you heard that, but yeah. If how thick I said she was, but yeah, that's how thick she is, and not a thick. So yeah, um, yeah. Jiro hears this. She kind of gets flustered because Izuku pretty much protected the girls, but more specifically her, from being exposed to Mineta. But she doesn't relay this fact. She's like, "Oh, I thought someone's gonna peep, but no one did." Cause yeah, the girls are like, "Oh, okay," and then they go to testing. Izuku gets first place, not even trying. Like he can literally just shoot out sound waves to make the ball go farther. He travels at the speed of sound. Then he crushes it because he doesn't get high on the grip strength, but he gets high at the same. He gets like third place because he can send sound waves throughout the thing. So, and then he can pretty much sort of fly via the vibrations of the sound, but he has to like dispel it at the same time. So it's like Iron Man, but with sound. Yeah, and side to side, Mineta still gets that, but Izuku gets second place because of sound again. Sounds really useful in the My Hero world. I don't know why nobody. So yeah. Skip to Wednesday of the My Hero time, and All Might comes in. Did I say Izuku had one for all? If he did, retcon that. Let's just give it to Jiro. To make it somewhat as strong as Izuku, but not as strong. But she has to use her headphones a lot, so yeah. To do what Izuku does, so yeah. Jiro gets second place in the Quirk exemption test. Like, let's just do that. Everybody gets moved down to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, for the heroes versus villains, All Might comes in. He says, "I'm here, walking through the door like a hero." They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's All Might, blah blah blah, whatever." And they go and change. Izuku's costume is, I don't know what it would be, but it would be something. It would be something. I don't know. Yeah, he would have a hoodie, a black hoodie, and I don't know, some jeans that are super loose where he can move around comfortable in them. And red shoes, because we can't do that without red shoes. Yeah, that's his costume pretty much. Then their team, Izuku and Jiro, teamed up, and they're like, and against Bakugo and Todoroki, and they're and Bakugo, because he knows Izuku from middle school. He's like, Todoroki, I know you have ice and all, and I have explosions, but we're losing this. Just trust me on it, because sound beats everything. Pretty much. Or at least in this fight it does. And Todoroki's like, I highly doubt that. And then All Might says go, and Jiro and Izuku pretty much blast loud sounds to make it hard for Bakugo and Todoroki to hear what's going on. So, yeah. So, they can't really fight either, because, it's kind of pinning them down, because, the sound trap, like, they're also blocking out, so they can't talk to each other and, come up with a plan. So, yeah. They win. Travel to Friday of the USJ. I feel like I'm speeding this along, but I don't care. So yeah, they go. Izuku gets some weird vibrations of like extra people, because let's say he can pick up that, but it's like very slightly, so he doesn't imagine. He thinks it's just a bird. They go in. The portal opens. Kirishima does the same thing. Pretty much it goes to canon up until where Kirigiri teleports them away. Izuku kind of blasts off, and then pushes Ida out of the portal way too, to send out the door, because let's say Ida hasn't left, and then he gets sent out the door via Deku. Everybody else goes to the same place besides Deku. He hops down with Aizawa, and Aizawa's like, "Problem child, what are you doing here?" And Izuku's like, "Well, everybody else is in different places, or I don't know where they are, but I'm the only one here, so I'm gonna help you out, because sound is awesome." And Aizawa was like, "Fair point." So yeah, they go and Shrek a lot of not Shrek, but Yeah, sure, I can destroy whatever you want to use. All the villains, and Shigaraki's like, shoot, 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 cheater, cheater. Shoot, shoot, cheater, he's a cheater. Why does he have sound? Why does he have sound? Nomu, kill the brat. I don't know if you could hear me scratching, but I was scratching my neck. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. Nomu goes, and then Izuku's like, I don't want to fight that thing. Sound trap. And it takes he can't move after he sound traps because it takes all his concentration. So Aizawa notices this, and he's like, problem child, keep him there. I'll take out everybody else. And Shigaraki's like, no, 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 cheater, cheater, cheater. Kirigiri, destroy the open portals around the kid. And then Kirigiri does that, and Shigaraki does trying to hand touch Izuku, but Aizawa interferes, and then All Might shows up. He sees that there's a thing being held by Izuku, and he's like, understood, we'll take that out later. And then he proceeds to destroy all the minor villains, and then Kigaraki's like, Master, we must go and retreat. I don't know if that's how he sounds, but that's how I'm doing it for Gary. Master, that we must retreat. All Might has shown up on the Nomu East trapped. I'm sorry if I insulted anybody. I tried to do Gary voice and that failed. And Shigaraki's like, fine, let's retreat. We'll get you next time, cheater. And then they disappear. All Might comes and then sees that the Nomu's not human and pretty much rips out the brain. And then Izuku falls and passes out. Jiro then comes running up and hugs Izuku, crying because she thought he lost him, stuff like that. And yeah, then skip to after when Izuku wakes up, which is pretty much the end of Friday. He starts heading home. Jiro comes by, and then yeah, he goes to sleep. Skip to next day. Jiro comes over to Izuku's house. Inko welcomes her in. And then Izuku and Jiro talk in his room. Jiro's like, "You're the masked cat singer," and Izuku's like, "No, I'm not. Why do you think that?" And then Jiro's like, "I will pet you until you confess." And Izuku's like, okay, it's me. And Jiro's like, caught it, I'm dating a singer. And then Deku gets flustered, and yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Sports festival. As I was like, you have one day to prepare for the sports festival because you should have been training. And everybody's like, no. Because they all know who's going to win. And Izuku's just smirking because they all know who's going to win. And yeah. So they have sports festival. The race. Izuku wins because speed of sound. Doesn't take out anybody else. So yeah. No. I said no. I'm recording. Whatever. And yeah, sports festival, the race. Izuku wins. Jiro comes in a close third, almost tying with Todoroki. So yeah, because she can go slightly below the speed of sound. but Todoroki can freeze. So yeah, then Cavalry, Jiro, Izuku, Mei, and Tokoyami team up. Pretty much the same, but erase Uraraka from Deku's team, and yeah, that's what you have. It pretty much goes to canon, but instead of Mineta destroying, because like once that happens, Izuku and Jiro just keep him afloat because of sound, and yeah, they goes first place. Same battles happen. Izuku, Sento's talking smack. Izuku takes Jiro's warning, and then yeah, pretty much. Izuku sound pushes him out of the arena, and yeah, he wins. He does that to Todoroki because, yeah, it might have been the same tactic, but he put more into it. So even though Todoroki knew what was coming, it was stronger than he could have predicted. And then Ida, he just sound trapped and then sound pushed him out. Bakugo, same thing. Jiro, and actually no, one because Jiro was the one that took Uraraka's place, so yeah, or against the fight, and once that happened, and in the finals, Izuku kind of pissed, sound trapped him and decided to wail on him, and just pretty much destroy him, and then sound push him out. So Bakugo has two black eyes. One's almost swollen shut. He has a few fingers. He has both his arms dislocated. He has one or two broken bones or broken fingers in both hands. Then he has like two broken ribs. His legs are just messed up. And yeah. The crowd's like kind of silent until Izuku goes over to Jiro and hugs her. And they're like, oh, okay, they're dating. And yeah. Recovery Girl eventually does get... Bakugo does eventually get to Recovery Girl and gets recovered. But, Recovery Girl's like, don't mess with Jiro or Izuku again. And Bakugo's like, probably for the best. I don't. And yeah, the Stain arc pretty much happens, except Jiro goes with Gran Torino and Izuku tags along because he's bored. And Gran Torino's like, why are you here? And I'm like, I know the secret, and I'm bored, and there's no other good agencies that could help me, and yeah, you can help me, because, I think you're gonna help Jiro, and I can see if you would help, and Gran Torino's like, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that happens. Let's say Jiro just uses One for All to advance her quirk, not actually using strength. So yeah, that's and so now Jiro can go sound of speed. Izuku can go sound of speed times 3, and also do better refined sound pushes and sound traps and all. So yeah. Then they go to Hosu City, which I do know that's the name of it. So the Nomu's attack, Izuku feels the vibrations of Ida about to be killed. He goes and saves Ida, and then sound traps Stain. The credit goes to Endeavor because he uses Quirk and whatnot. So yeah. And then training camp. Pretty much 3 of the League of Villains are captured, plus Muscular, which I'm gonna say it's Mr. Compress. The ironic, am I right? Haha. And then it's Toga, because I feel like that she would have the most, and then no, yeah, that's it. And then he saves Koda first, and then comes back to informs Mandalay and Aizawa. Uh, Mandalay gives out the report that they can use their quirks. Everybody else is taken down. That's not taken. That, yeah, that's taken. Everybody else that's taken down is taken down. Besides Muscular, Toga, and I don't even know who else I said. I don't know who else I said, but like whoever else I said. Oh, Mr. Compress, that's right. So yeah. Which Bakugo does not get captured, which the all-for-one battle does not happen yet, which it will happen. And then we go, and yeah. So the League of Villains is trying to stay low, but recover the people that are Toga and Mr. Compress to get, because those two are important. Everybody else is taken to what they're taken, but they don't get. But the League of Villains was not able to get or recapture Toga and Mr. Compress. Yeah, and then it's what am I on, the area? Overhaul arc. So provisional license happens, but instead of provisional license, Izuku gets his hero's license because everybody sees that he's so damn overpowered that there's no point in trying to hold him back. But he's still going to be in UA, but he's just allowed to use his quirk more often. So that's it. He passes. Everybody else who failed and passes. I totally forgot the finals arc, didn't I? So like backtrack, whenever it's the finals, it's Izuku and Jiro that face All Might, and then whoever Jiro face, that's where Bakugo is. They take everybody that passed and failed, but Izuku and Jiro beat All Might, and yeah. Then it's the study work or whatever, and then yeah, that's the timeline. So yeah. Now we're off to the provisional license arc, which I said Izuku got his hero license, but it's still going to be in UA, but he just can use his quirk. Then it's and everybody who passed the provisional license passed, which Izuku is not going to be a proactive hero, but like he's a hero that has his license, but still too young to be one. So yeah, that's how that works. He does get credit sometimes, but like he only gets credit on the side. So like if he had his hero license when he captured Stain, it would be Endeavored captured Stain, but with the help of the hero, the cat hero Deku. So yeah, like that. Then he goes to he goes and interns to Night Eye. Jiro does too. They pass the test because one, Night Eye knows how strong Izuku is because he got trapped instantly, and Jiro takes the stamp, and so yeah, that's what happens. Because even though Night Eye can see into the future, he can't stop sound because sound's too fast. And yeah. So then it's the Muriel and Izuku and Jiro on patrol. They run into Eri, and Izuku recognizes that this guy scares this girl, so he's gonna trap him. So yeah, that happens. And then they go raid. And so Izuku traps Overhaul. Jiro is holding on to Eri, and then Muriel goes and runs to Night Eye, Sir Night Eye, and then Sir Night Eye comes, captures Overhaul, finds Eri. Eri's gonna get adopted by Deku and Jiro after a while, but like as of right now, Eri is free for all. So after a while, they go and raid. Like 3 days, they go and raid Overhaul's place, but without Overhaul there, it's super easy. They don't. The League of Villains and Overhaul never have that meeting because League of Villains is still trying to patch itself up. And yeah. Then after a while, it's a sports festival. Gentle criminals like easily captured, and Izuku's like, just get out of here. Don't mess with the sports festival this year because there's a girl that can't smile because she was torturing. And Gentle's like, okay, yeah, we'll let you be for now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so like time skip a few years. Jiro and Deku have been married. They have kids. Their names are. One of them's Ernesty. If you know what anime that's from, because that's from an anime. If you know what anime that's from, you're a legend. Because I watch a lot of small time animes. I've seen somewhat of My Hero, nothing crazy, but I know the plot line, so I can sort of go off of that. But I watch a lot of small time animes, nothing big. So if you know what anime that's from, you're a legend. And yeah, if you don't, can't fault you. It's a small time anime, but it's really good. And yeah, and the other one's Pico. Yeah. I don't care if it's like the worst anime ever. I'm just Pico's interesting. Pico's an interesting name for someone. It's boy and girl, and yeah, they in that time skip a few years. They grow up to be good heroes, number one and number two, number two, but always work together. And then Izuku and Jiro pass away at old age, and yeah, that is the story of the music Quirk. Cause it's a good storyline. I might do a redo, but as of right now, it's not my favorite one because I feel like this one, yes, it's good, but it's like overused at the same time underused. So yeah, hope you enjoyed your lesson. Like, comment, subscribe, and because it helps out the channel. Mostly to comment so I can keep I don't know, like just like get ideas from uh the my small community and watchers that listen to it. So comment what you like, what you dislike, if I should do a redo in the future. Not right now, because in the future. But yeah, because this I really am excited for if you guys like. I really do want to do a redo, but like as of right now, I'm just not feeling it, so I'm trying to rush it. So but comment so I can keep in touch with my community. Like so the algorithm can get more people to watch this, so I can then just like continue getting comments of what you guys think I could do better in future videos, and if I should do like maybe have music in the background, maybe turn off my fan, which I will do in the next what if video I'm gonna post. But yeah, just like stuff like that. Subscribe so I can know you guys enjoy it. So yeah, later muggles, this is the wizard signing off, and I hope you enjoyed your lesson. Bye.